The world of Formula One, known for its fierce competition and complex business intrigues, has once again been rocked by major news that has shaken many top teams and drivers. As the 2024 season draws to a close, bad news has been streaming in for several drivers who have spent years building their careers in this most prestigious event. One of the biggest news is the decision of Banco Santander, Ferrari's main sponsor for more than a decade, to leave and switch to supporting the Williams team. This move not only affects the competitive landscape of Formula One, but also has a direct impact on the future of several famous drivers, including Charles Leclerc and Yuki Tsunoda. For Ferrari, the loss of Banco Santander as its main sponsor is certainly a blow. After years of mutually beneficial partnerships, the decision to end this collaboration is bound to create internal tension. As a large team with a long history, Ferrari must immediately find a replacement sponsor that can support its ambitions to return to winning ways. Ferrari, which previously relied on the strong financial support of Banco Santander, will now have to think hard about how to remain competitive in the face of increasingly fierce competition. More surprising, however, was Banco Santander's decision to switch its support to Williams, a team that has been struggling in recent years. This decision is considered one of the most important strategic moves that could change the course of the 2025 season and beyond. In recent years, Williams has managed to show signs of revival with significant improvements to their car, and now with the addition of large funds from Santander, they hope to return to the top competition. For the Williams team, this move is not only about finances, but also an opportunity to prove that they still have the strength to compete at the highest level. In this world full of surprises, one of the biggest changes came from the Red Bull team. After several seasons of dominating Formula One thanks to the extraordinary Max Verstappen, Red Bull has now made a big move by promoting Liam Lawson to the main team. This move has surprised many, especially Sergio Perez, who despite a good performance throughout the season, has not been able to maintain his position in a team that is ambitious to win more World Championship titles. Perez, who had previously been expected to be a strong rival to Verstappen, had to accept the bitter reality that Red Bull had decided to replace him with Lawson. Liam Lawson, who had previously been Red Bull's reserve driver, finally got his chance to make his Formula One debut. The decision came after several impressive performances in practice and race sessions with the AlphaTauri team. Still young and full of enthusiasm, Lawson is expected to give Verstappen a tougher time. Although he has less experience than Perez, Red Bull believe that Lawson has great potential to develop faster. Franz Tost, AlphaTauri team principal, commented on the decision. "We have always believed in Liam's potential. Although he is still young, he has excellent skills and we believe he will develop quickly in the Red Bull main team," said Tost. Tost also added that this decision is part of Red Bull's long-term strategy to build a stronger and younger team. However, while this decision is based on a long-term vision, it also raises concerns that Yuki Tsunoda, another AlphaTauri driver, will feel marginalized. Yuki Tsunoda, who has spent several seasons with the AlphaTauri team, must now face the bitter reality that his place is increasingly threatened by the arrival of Lawson. Tsunoda, who has great talent, will have to fight even harder to prove that he deserves a place in F1. In fact, many F1 observers argue that Tsunoda could be moved to another team or even leave F1 if he is unable to show significant improvement. Although Red Bull made a big move by promoting Lawson, the AlphaTauri team, which now relies on Tsunoda and Isaac Hadjar, a talented young racer, remains in the spotlight. Hadjar, who just joined the team after a very good season in Formula 2, is expected to be the figure who can accompany Tsunoda in AlphaTauri's efforts to achieve a better position in the standings. Known for his aggressive but controlled racing style, Hadjar is eagerly awaited by the team to prove his ability. Franz Tost reiterated, "We have a very strong driver pairing. Tsunoda has invaluable experience, while Hadjar brings youthful enthusiasm and high motivation. We hope that this duo can help us achieve better results in the coming seasons." Tsunoda's position is not secure, however. With Hadjar increasingly showing his quality, Tsunoda will have to work hard not to lose his main seat at AlphaTauri. The 2025 season is a crucial one for Tsunoda. If he does not perform optimally, not only his future at AlphaTauri will be in jeopardy, but also his chances of surviving in Formula One. The loss of Banco Santander is certainly a big blow for Ferrari, but their biggest challenge right now is to rebuild the team's performance. Although Ferrari has a long history and undeniable achievements, they still cannot compete optimally with the dominance of Red Bull and Mercedes. In the midst of this situation, Charles Leclerc, who is expected to be the main driver to bring Ferrari back to the top, is also facing several challenges. After a torturous 2024 season in which Ferrari failed to perform consistently, Leclerc feels increasingly pressured to show his mettle. Once the star of Ferrari, Leclerc now finds himself at a crossroads. He knows that the team has to make big decisions immediately to improve the car and compete with Red Bull. In an exclusive interview with the media, Leclerc said, "This year is very difficult. We have to work even harder. I know that Ferrari has potential and I will do everything I can to help them get back on track." However, the loss of a main sponsor and the lack of adequate financial support are very difficult challenges for Ferrari. Without a major sponsor such as Banco Santander, which previously supported them, Ferrari must now find an effective long-term solution to maintain their competitiveness in Formula One. This challenge is not only felt by Charles Leclerc as the main driver, but also by the entire team, from team manager Frederic Vasseur to the engineers and staff in Maranello, who are working hard to ensure that the team can continue to compete at the highest level. For Carlos Sainz, the decision to join Williams is a major step in his demanding career. After several years with Ferrari, Sainz decided to seek a new challenge with the Williams team. For years, Williams was known as a team that was often in the lower positions of the standings, but now they are starting to be seen as having a great chance to rise again. With the support of new main sponsors, including Banco Santander, the team hopes to strengthen its position in an increasingly competitive Formula One. Sainz himself was optimistic. "Williams represents an incredible opportunity. I believe they are building something great and I want to be part of their journey to the top." Williams is confident that with Sainz's extensive experience with top teams, he can bring the stability and experience needed to improve the team's overall performance. James Vowles, Williams' team principal, added, "Carlos Sainz is a true professional. He has proven himself at the highest level and we are confident that he will bring much-needed expertise to take our car to the next level." With the major changes that have taken place, Formula One is now entering a new era full of uncertainty and challenges that have never been seen before. Red Bull, while still the favorite team, now faces greater challenges from multiple directions. The Mercedes team, already strengthened by two world-class drivers in Lewis Hamilton and George Russell, is increasingly showing its strength and willingness to compete at the highest level. Ferrari, despite the loss of its main sponsor, still has great potential thanks to the presence of reliable drivers such as Charles Leclerc and Carlos Sainz, who are ready to give their maximum performance. Meanwhile, Williams is hoping to get better results and become a stronger competitor next season with the addition of more money and experienced drivers. On the other hand, teams like AlphaTauri and McLaren cannot be underestimated. Both teams have a combination of young and experienced drivers who have the potential to cause big surprises next season. Formula One is now entering a period full of dynamics, fierce competition, and very rapid changes. Only the teams that can adapt well and quickly to these changes will be successful in the coming seasons. This news illustrates just how fast and dynamic the changes in the world of Formula One continue to be. Every major decision involving various factors such as sponsors, drivers, and the major teams competing will not only affect the course of the season itself, but will also have a long-term impact on the future of this prestigious racing event. For drivers such as Charles Leclerc, Yuki Tsunoda, and Carlos Sainz, the challenges that await them in the 2025 season will be much greater and more complex. They will have to be ready to face pressure not only from within the team, but also from fierce competition between drivers and changes in the strategies of the big teams.